So Jackie Phamotse and Basetsana Kumalo finally went to court again. If you still remember, the story was that Jackie Phamotse was found guilty about cyberbullying regarding the Kumalos, because now this case has dragged a long time. They just put their fingers around her, they never let go. So it is in this place, as in yesterday, they were in court again, and then Basetsana came forward, was given a platform actually to speak how did this whole thing affect her and the family. So she was talking about how she lost some friends, her family lost some of the relatives, because now, if you still remember, this matter has divided so many people, even as the public. There's those who are divided, because others are believing Jackie Phamotse that whatever that she said is actually true, and the others are like, no, there's no way that this is true, another son. So I was actually shocked to see that she's actually free speaking about how she lost some of the family members, because now you'd think that family members, these people knows you, they know your priorities, they know your principles and stuff like that, but they went on and still believed Jackie Phamotse against her. So I'm not just talking about people that don't know her or whatever, I'm talking about people that are actually close to her. There are some that actually believed everything that they read about her. That's what she said, actually giving the statement out there. So she was talking about how this whole thing affected her children, she's saying that it cost her too much, the accommodations that she actually went and booked, going back and forth with this case, the flights, she's actually talking about that. She's saying that it doesn't cost her emotionally only, even financially it does cost her. The legal people, she has to pay those people. Obviously, she can't just sue without paying in the process. So what she wants right now is to see Jackie Phamotse actually behind the bars, and she's saying that she doesn't want anything less than that. She just wants to see her behind the bars, which of she's just seeking the justice of imprisonment. That's what she wants. She doesn't want any money and stuff like that. So there's someone who came forward and was recommending actually that Jackie Phamotse can actually pay 5,000 rand to aid because of her financial issues and stuff like that. So I don't think Basetsana actually wants the money as such, but now when we're speaking about the legal activities in South Africa, suing someone for cyberbullying, obviously they have to see how much worth does she have, stuff like that, obviously. And it is just going to be a challenging one, because now obviously she has to disclose everything that she owns, the money that she is actually making monthly, yearly and stuff like that, because now you can't just sue someone who doesn't have any cent. So I believe that's why she actually saying that she's rooting for the imprisonment, because now she knows that when it comes to finances, she's someone who can't just handle that kind of money that she's actually wanting. So there's someone who was called allegedly saying that Jackie Phamotse was given time, she had the whole time in the world to apologize about this whole thing, to withdraw the statement. So we can't say this is someone who is remorseful when we're talking about her legal team now presenting her. They can't say that she's actually remorseful about this whole thing that has happened. Let's say, for example, for argument's sake, if she has to go public and apologize about this whole thing, we all know that if she does apologize publicly, it's not from her necessarily, because she went on and write a book about this whole thing. saying that she tweets whatever she likes, because now this whole thing happened in X streets, so yeah, I believe that's why the Kumalos are so angry, because now they know for the fact that wherever that she's sitting, she's not someone who's regretting everything or anything that is happening right now. In fact, she went all out, making sure that people must know this part of the story that she's actually coming forward with regarding the Kumalos. And then the way that this thing has a weight on them, they're saying that even the business-wise, this is the brand that they built for so much time together, because both of them were celebrities even before they met and stuff like that. So for someone to come forward and saying something that has so much of a weight like this, obviously in public, is dividing people, people that they're making business with, they don't want anything to do with them. Now, she's actually saying that this whole thing dragged for 5 years, so it's just too much for her. It's too much. It was too much for the children also, because now they grew up around this whole thing wrapped up. Can you believe when they're appearing in courts, the children, they are asked questions by other children, what is your parents doing in court and stuff like that. They have to explain as little as they can, because now the children are so small, so they really have to break this whole thing down. And the other kids are coming back saying that no, whatever that you said yesterday is not true about your parents. My parents said this and that, so these children gonna know about this whole thing, because this is all around internet. And this is not just a small damage that has been happening to these people, but now when we're speaking about this thing of her being put that she's actually guilty or not, okay, fine, she's guilty, but now what kind of punishment will she receive? Is it possible for her to get the imprisonment the way that they want her to? We've never seen anybody right now who has been who went to jail actually because of cyberbullying. So it will be really one of the rare cases where we see someone going to imprisonment because of the cyberbullying. And I believe they're saying hands off on us for people maybe who are still going to want to talk about this whole thing or wanting to create the stories. Because now, if Jackie Phamotse, I believe, if Jackie Phamotse get away with this one, there's someone else who's going to start their own thing again, I believe. Because now, there's so much that people believe about you or see about you. So now, obviously, they can't just say whatever that they want, but there's a time that they will try to say something. So I believe that if she's let go without any punishment, some sort that is heavy enough for us to see that this cyberbullying that was happening on that couple, it's wrong and stuff like that, there's someone else who's going to come forward and do the same. So I believe that they just want to put the last nail and say that enough with our names. We don't want anything to happen to us regarding this sort of things. So they're actually putting a stop around this whole thing that Jackie Phamotse is opened up about. And now that there's a book roaming around that has a passage talking about this whole thing, I don't know what are they actually going to do about that. Because now there are people who are reviewing the books and stuff like that. This is just a mess. It's something that is just gonna go for quite a long time in their lives. It doesn't stop today in court or with her being sentenced or whatever. It's something that is just gonna be attached in their lives for quite some time. So whoever is there giving the judgment, I believe they have to come back to their senses, thinking about that stuff that these people's lives have been ruined. So yeah, When I saw her picture, I believe she was just alone, or there are few people with her there, but Basetsana has been quoted that she had so much of a support from other stars out there. So when we're talking about Jackie Phamotse, she's been there to court, supporting Ndlembali with her case. The people that she gathered together or she was with when they were there marching, supporting Ndlembali, I thought that there were people who were still going to be there with her around, but I didn't see anybody. I didn't see anything that was mentioning them, that they were there, So, yeah, it's like this time she's really alone walking this path for now. So, when we're talking about this whole thing anyway, it has divided some people, because other people really, they're hooting for Jackie, saying that even if she gets the punishment some sort or whatever, but we still believe that whatever she said is the truth. That's how powerful she is, actually, because whatever that she said, there are some people really who just hold on to it and saying, you know what, we believe you. They can crucify you, they can put you up in jail, you can pay the fine or whatever, but we believe whatever that you said about this couple is true. So both lives, it's just, this whole thing was so unnecessary to be dragged for quite a long time like this. I believe someone should have just put a stop on it, which obviously it was her, Jackie, who was supposed to just apologize and then just get on and move on with it, because I just believe that they really wanted a public apology, and that's it, and she moves on. But now she didn't want to do it. Now she's gonna do it the hard way. Now there's stories that are coming out about this whole thing. Yeah, this is just going to be ugly. Anyway, they're just gonna come back to court on the 26th of March, so they will still be dragging this whole thing, and then we're gonna see where it will just end up. Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye.